We're back here at Jay's Garage. Now, if you've been on the website before, you may have seen my Ford Shogun that had the V6 engine in the back. A lot of people like that car, but what they really like about it was the nitrous. And I've got more people emailing me, asking me questions about nitrous, so I thought, let's bring an expert in. This is Bill Tichenor. Hi, Bill, how you doing?
Good.
And you're from Holley Carburetors, and you're Director of Marketing, correct?
Correct.
And you're the guy that's got all the answers.
I don't know about that.
Well, tell us about nitrous. What is nitrous exactly?
Well, you know, I guess the first thing is, you know, people saw nitrous in various movies and things like that and think that it blows up and tanks explode. And,
Right.
you know, that's all just a myth. You know, nitrous in and of itself, it won't even light.
Right.
You know, all it is, nitrous is 2 parts nitrogen, 1 part oxygen.
Okay.
None of that burns until you add fuel.
Right, right.
So,
okay.
you know, all you're really doing with a nitrous kit is you're tricking that engine into thinking that it's breathing more air so we can burn more fuel.
I see.
Just like a supercharger or a turbocharger. We're forcing air in, except it's coming out of a bottle.
And is it laughing gas?
Not exactly. It's laced, so people
Okay.
can't take this home and
Right.
get
right.
high on it or anything.
Right.
You
No,
wouldn't
you
want to
don't-
do that. You would
No,
be-
you don't want to do that.
No.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about cars. That's what we're talking about today. Are there different types of nitrous?
There's different types of nitrous kits
Right.
and ways to apply nitrous to your engine.
But nitrous itself is just nitrous. It's not different levels or different grades.
No.
Okay.
If, you know, you just go and, you know, buy nitrous. Speed shops, they buy it from their local gas supply company that also supplies every other shop around town with welding supplies and that kind of stuff.
Now, some of the questions people ask me is, hey, I've got a totally stock motor. If I put nitrous on it, do I have to beef up the bottom end and do different things, or can I run nitrous on a stock engine?
Yep, you can run, you know, that's the other myth. You know, you can run nitrous on a stock engine as long as you take it to only a certain point.
Mhm.
It's just like any other power adder that you put on your, once you build so much power in an engine, then your
Right.
crank needs to be strengthened. But, you know, say for instance a stock 4-cylinder, we could put 50 horsepower shot of nitrous on that all day long. 6-cylinder, we can add 75 horsepower. A
Wow.
V8 could be 100 to 150 horsepower all day long with stock components.
Okay.
You know, get above that, then we need to start talking about, you know, forged aluminum pistons and, you know, taking the shock of all that power.
Does the nitrogen have to be heated, or can it just be?
Yeah, you know, the best way to do it is keep the bottle heated to, you know, approximately 85 degrees.
And how was nitrous introduced into your fuel system?
Various ways of doing it. You know, for a late model EFI car, it would simply be through one little nozzle right here.
Okay.
And you just plumb that right into the air intake.
So you have kits that would fit an existing automobile.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like
This
I've got that new Dodge Challenger over there. If I wanted to get a few extra horsepower,
Yep.
I could go in and just buy something like this, and it's everything I need.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
So that's just one nozzle. That's one
Right.
way to spray it.
Mhm.
If you want to, you know, add it, like you said, to a carbureted car, that would be a plate kit. So it just simply slips underneath the plate. And what you're doing is you're adding nitrous from one solenoid
Oh, I see, right
and
here.
fuel
yeah.
from another solenoid.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it just
Okay.
sprays out of these bars.
Right.
The nitrous would come out of the top bar, so it would cut through the fuel on the bottom bar and atomize it better. And then
Yeah.
if you really want a lot of power, you'll run direct port.
I see. Okay. Now, is nitrous something, well, you couldn't run it all the time, but is there any danger to running it, let's say, for 3 or 4 solid minutes? You know what I'm saying? Or is
Yeah,
it something you should use 10 to 15 seconds?
You
at a
really
time?
should use it about 15 seconds at a pass, you know, like just typical drag strip pass
Right,
or
right.
whatever. Good, you know, hold the throttle down 15 seconds and run it, and, you know, then give your motor a break.
Okay. And what do you have here? These are some other...
Well, these are a couple of new fuel pumps that I brought
Okay.
to show you.
Mhm.
And when you get above a certain amount of nitrous that you want to, you know, apply to that engine, the stock fuel pump can't keep up.
Right.
You know, you start adding 250 horsepower shot of nitrous and above, then you got to add a dedicated fuel system just to take the fuel to go with that nitrous shot.
Okay.
So, you know, this is a new G-rotor style pump that we came out with. Nice and quiet electric pump. You don't want to use a mechanical pump of nitrous. I just brought you this to show you our newest
Yeah.
mechanical fuel pumps. You always, you know, want to use a dedicated electric pump, so
Okay.
it keeps constant pressure ready to go when you hit the throttle.
Because on mine, I've got a strap around the bottle to heat it
Yep.
prior to using
Yep.
it.
If you want good consistent performance, you want consistent bottle pressure.
Right.
And we even have kits now that, you know, come with a bottle heater that actually monitors the pressure in the bottle, not just the temperature of the bottle, so we can monitor the pressure within 1%.
Well, this is about the cheapest way to get 50 or 75 additional horsepower.
No doubt about that.
When I'm out of nitrous here, do I bring this down? You just refill my bottle, I bring
Yep.
it back.
Correct.
Okay. How many pounds of nitrous is in a bottle this size?
That's a 10-pound bottle.
That's a 10-pound bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, on a 125 horsepower shot of nitrous, you can make 10 drag strip passes
Okay.
out of that one bottle.
Very cool.
So hey, for 400 to up to 800 for a direct pour, that kind of dollars versus what you would have to spend to get
Right.
200 horsepower.
Well, I think the thing
is
that interests
amazing.
people the most, the fact that you can run a totally stock system and get an additional 30 or 40% increase
Oh,
in
yeah.
horsepower in a lot of
Yep.
cases. What do we have here?
Well, this is our latest way to control the nitrous.
Okay.
Now we have a totally handheld unit to where you can plug this in and say you want to only apply nitrous at a certain RPM, or you want to apply it to, say, a diesel truck based on boost or a turbocharged car. Nitrous is a great way to eliminate turbo lag.
Oh, okay.
So if I want to hit it, I can program this with my little stylus.
I have to admit, I wasn't aware that you could use nitrous with diesel.
Yep, diesel,
Okay.
gas, turbos. I mean, we can almost put nitrous on anything that burns. It's just another way to add more air into the cylinder and faking that engine to thinking it's bigger.
Okay, very cool.
So,
So you
but-
can control it from inside
Yeah,
the
I
car.
could I could program this from inside the car to say, hey, when my diesel truck gets to this boost level, come on. When it gets to this boost level, go off.
Well, Billy, this is all fascinating. I think
Yeah.
we've answered some nitrous questions.
I
Now, if
hope we-
anybody has any other nitrous questions, you guys have a website, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
What's the website?
Holley.com or NOSnitrous.com. I'll get you to the same place.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having
Very
me.
cool.